So the last tool I have to share with you today is an extension for Chrome called the Simple Audio Recorder. It's a no-frills extension. It's super easy to use. There's just a little learning curve in understanding how to move the files around and insert them into something like a Google slide. So I've put this link in the presentation. So once you get to the Simple Audio Recorder page, you'll just click Install to Chrome, and then it'll appear up here as a little microphone. Sometimes mine are here because I have so many extensions. So when I'm ready to record, all I do is click the microphone. I'm going to warn you, there's no countdown. It starts recording immediately. So I'm going to click the microphone. And I would typically use this with my students to give them audio directions to accompany something written. You cannot insert an audio file, as far as I've been able to figure out, into a document, but you can insert them into a Google slide presentation. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So I've got about 20 seconds of audio. It's going to save right here immediately. It goes to my downloads folder. Now, if you're not sure where your downloads folder is on your Chromebook, sometimes you'll have a folder appear down here. Sometimes you need to swipe up on the touch screen and look in your files here. And so downloads come in. Sometimes they'll be in order by time. Sometimes they're in alphabetical order. I think it just depends on how I have it sorted here at the top. So this one's going to be right here. Right here. It's today at 6:14. So I can rename it here. I'm going to rename it. By the way, I just right-clicked or double-clicked with my fingers on the mouse pad. And I'm going to name it Test Audio. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drag it to my Google Drive. If you are really organized and you have folders and you have a folder created for audio files, then you would drag it into that. I'm not that organized, so I just drag it over to my drive, and it tells me it's copied. So I'm going to close out of my downloads. And I'm going to go into just this presentation that I'm working on for this session. And I'm going to show you how to insert the file. Okay, so now I'm going to go to Insert. I'm going to go to Audio. And it should load that file. Sometimes it takes it a minute. So I'm going to give it another minute because there it is. So there's the test audio file. So select it, click here, and then it creates a little audio button here that I can move around my screen. The thing you need to know is before your students are going to be able to listen to it outside of a Blan.org account. So if your kids might be using a parent's account, or if parents are helping them, they won't be able to hear the audio unless you share that file. So the best way I've found to find my audio files, because they kind of get hidden, is to do an advanced search and search, I'm going to search audio. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to open that file, and I'm going to go to the share settings. And I would typically use, it might work better here. It's going to start playing, but okay, my computer's taking a minute to load. But I want to make sure that the share settings allow anybody to listen to it. So I typically right-click on it and open my share box. And then if I want to share it, if I want it to just be public on the web, so if anybody opens my file, they can hear it, then I'm going to save it that way. So now when anybody goes into this slide presentation, they can play this audio. And over here on the right in the settings for Google Slides, you can make it so it's a manual turn on, or what I like to do, what I've done over this shutdown, is I've made it be automatic. So I put a lot of audio files in my prompts, writing prompt slideshow. And so when they open a slide, they automatically get verbal directions from me Sometimes I read a poem to them. Sometimes I just explain to them what it is I'm asking them to do. So the other thing you can do with audio is you can download audio files online. For example, I found a short podcast about a poem, and I could download that audio file, and I could insert the audio file in a Google slide for my students that way. So I hope this is helpful for how to use the simple audio recorder, maybe as an intervention or a support for students, but also how to insert audio into your Google Slides. Okay, thanks for listening.